Yes people, you join me at meal one, or for non-bodybuilders, breakfast. But you would have seen that I would have done my cardio this morning, 25 minutes on a rest day, aiming to burn 250 calories, so keep heart rate between 120 and 140. Then I got on some steps after, because little tip, do your steps after your cardio. That way your heart rate's already elevated and you'll burn a little bit more, even if you're not in a fat loss phase. It's just good for heart health really, innit? But meal one is 200 grams fat-free Fage yogurt, 20 grams whey, the goat, naughty boy cinnamon bun, 75 granola, gram pink salt, and I put 100 gram berries, and yeah, and then I'll show you the finished product on top. But yeah, today we're gonna do a full day of eating, rest day edition. So I've got 2 whey meals, 3 savoury meals. I was meant to be going to get my hair cut today, but barber's called in sick. So Ben, I know you're not watching this, but if you are watching this, hope you get better soon, because I'm trying to grow out the mullet at the moment. But yeah, I was hoping to get the sides done a little bit, but I'll make this and then you'll join me when I sit down to eat it, and I'll see what we'll talk about. Also, as I know people care about this stuff, with my first meal, which I'll show you in a sec, I also take my morning sups. I keep them in a box like this. It's just nice and simple, set it up once a week. So in the morning, I have vitamin C, omega-3, vitamin D3 with K2, and fucking hell, what, is this something else? Oh, and a multivitamin, that's it. A multivitamin, a Vit C, omega-3, D3 and K2. And if you do take D3 with K2, something I would recommend is potentially taking an extra one when we get to the back end of the year and the sun just fucking disappears. But yeah, I'll take this with meal one, and then meal one, I'll flip the camera around, give me a second. Beautiful yogurt bowl. So that's 200 grams Fage yogurt, 20 grams whey, 100 grams mixed summer berries, 75 granola, and then there's some cinnamon on top of the berries and a gram of pink salt in there. But yeah, I will get that down me, and get back to some client WhatsApps and stuff like that. I've already done a few a bit on my morning walk. But yeah, that's normally what I do at meal one, and you'll join me for meal two. And we are live again. Is this on? Hopefully you can hear me all right. I've got the air fryer on, cooking up meal number 2. And that is going to be chicken, white potato, and veg with some almond butter. And then what I've got in the pan here is 300 grams of 5% leaf beef mince. And I'm basically prepping this for the next 2 days, because what I do on my rest days is I prep some chicken, and I prep the beef mince, because on my training days, my meal one is not the yogurt and granola meal you saw me had today. It is 150 grams beef mince, 60 grams jasmine rice, 10 grams peanut butter, and some veg, and add with some fruit. And I just can't be bothered to cook and weigh out beef mince in the morning, so I happily eat it. I enjoy eating it, just can't be bothered to weigh it out and cook it. So I have it already cooked in Tupperware. I add the veg in when I'm about to have it, and then I put it in the pan and reheat it in the pan as opposed to microwaving it. Just makes it taste a little bit better. So I am still putting it in the pan, but it's just it's a lot easier than having to cook it in the morning. Yeah, most of the time on my rest days, I will prep whatever food I need for the next 2 to 3 days. Basically the way my training is obviously I do 2 days on, 1 day off, upper lower rest. So I prep for those days that I'm training, because I typically have a little less time because I'm taking up not most of my day training, but I've got a bit more time occupied with that. But so far this morning it's been pretty productive. Got back to loads of form feedback, done a couple check-ins. I've just done a food shop, because again I do food shops on the rest days. I've also done my cardio, done some steps. So yeah, I'm going to put the beef mince into containers, put that in the fridge, and you'll join me when meal number 2 is ready. And we're back. Right, so I did just drop my sweet chili jam on the fucking floor and exploded everywhere. Not everywhere, but a little bit. So I cleaned that up. Also, in the time while I was gone, I also prepped the rice for today. So 120 grams across 2 meals, so 60 grams each. 120 grams in the rice cooker. It's not on, but I let it soak and then I'll switch it on later. And then the meal is, if you look at this beauty right here, fucking hell, mate. 275 white potato with garlic granules, 150 chicken breast raw weight, 50 beetroot, 100 grams green beans. Look at the fucking steam coming off that. Then I will add 20 grams almond butter on top, bosh, and then 15 grams of sweet chili jam, and then a gram of pink salt as well. And I'll sprinkle a little bit of pepper on top. But yeah, trick for air fried potatoes is 25 minutes in the air fryer, 200 degrees, shake it about halfway through, and Bob's your uncle. Like, look at that. That is fucking unreal. And if you don't know about beetroot, get to know. It's fucking unreal. But yeah, if you're watching this and you don't eat your veggies, fucking grow up. Like, how are you an adult and you're like, oh, I don't want to eat my veggies? Like, put them on your fucking plate and eat them. Your body will thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna get this down me. Pause. And then I will see you in the next meal. Next meal is going to be, what is the next meal going to be? The next meal is going to be meal 3, which will probably be about lunchtime, or lunch for most people. And it will be salmon with rice, because on a rest day I have salmon, omega-3s in that. If you remember in my last video, I said a lot of people don't eat enough fish, me included. But on a rest day, I do have 150 grams of salmon. And it always goes down a treat. You can't complain about it. And this is the best bit about spreading the almond butter on your food, is that you get that little bit left on the spoon. Well, I say a little bit, quite a bit left on the spoon. Bosh. If any of you that are right now screaming at your phone going, oh, but you haven't tracked it because it hasn't gone on the scale. Guess what, you twat? You put the almond butter on the scale, you zero it, and then you take it off. So what's left on the spoon has been taken off of the scale. So no, I haven't overeaten. I'm actually eating the right amount. So shut up. But anyway, I'll see you in the next meal, and I've got some work to do. Yes guys, join me back in the kitchen as usual, meal 3. It's almost finishing up. So we got 150 grams of raw weight salmon, 60 grams rice, but I've cooked the 120 together, and then I'll just have half now, half in my last meal of the day. And then I've got some veg in the microwave, and I've got some beetroot, and I'm gonna throw a pickle on top because I'm fucking feeling it today. But I did want to come on here and say, if you are someone that is busy and you are not meal prepping, what the fuck are you doing? Like, back when I used to work shifts, every day off I would prep until the next day off, and it just baffles me that people will use the excuse of, you know, I'm busy with work so I can't follow a meal plan. Well, just fucking take the meal plan to work with you. It makes no sense. But another few things as well, depending on how serious you are, if you're just average person, please put salt on your food to start with, first of all, because it's actually going to help the carrying of the carbohydrates, also electrolyte balance, pumps, stuff like that. But if you do want to take it a little bit seriously and you don't potentially want to weigh it, like I'm only weighing my salt in peak week when I was competing, and through prep, obviously. But at the moment, I just have this from Engineered Muscle, and basically one squirt, if you want to call it that, is 0.5 grams. So I just have a gram on each meal, except for on my training day, I will have 1.5 pre, 1.5 post, better pump. Also, I'm going to sweat more when I train. So I have that on each meal, and then, yeah, this is probably my favourite meal of rest day, and that leads me into a question that I got from my client Tom. Big up, go follow him on Instagram, Thomas Ackland. He's asked me if I could only have one meal for the rest of my life, what would it be? Now, without doubt, and I'm going to take it as like, it has to be like, it can't be a variation, so I can't say burger and then have a chicken burger or a beef burger or something like that. I'm going to have to go Steak, sirloin steak, I could eat that literally every meal. Or it's either sirloin steak or beef mince. I'm gonna go sirloin steak because you just can't go wrong with it, really, can you? With rice and veg. Can I just say veg? If not, I'll go with, it's a meal, so I can have anything really. So I'll just go beetroot, potato, and something else. So I'll go with those because I can get some extra carbs in through the potato as well. And then some peppercorn sauce. Obviously, I won't always have that, but just salt and pepper on the steak. That would probably be my one meal that I have for the rest of my life. Like, I could eat that every day. Honourable mention is to cream of rice, but I feel like I would get fed up of cream of rice 5 times a day, every single day. It would just get repetitive. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my cream of rice meal. It is probably my favourite meal each day, but I wouldn't have that every single meal, every single day. In prep, sure. But yeah, in answer to your question, Tom, that is what I would have. And yeah, it will be done cooking in a second, so I will show you the finished product. But so far today, rest day, like I've said in the previous one, like, it's just my rest days are very busy work-wise. Like, I'm making content, getting back, like, check-ins with clients. I'll get back to loads of form feedback stuff, just planning for the week ahead, meal prepping, stuff like that. So, you know, on those days that I do have more time, I get more done. Simple as that. Which is just another bit of advice to any of you guys watching this. Like, when you do have the time, you know, use that fucking time. Don't just sit on the sofa or lay in bed and do fuck all, because it's just going to bite you in the arse when, you know, you're at work and you're hungry, but you haven't meal prepped, you know, and now you're going to fucking Tesco, and now you just, because you're hungry, you're just going to buy whatever. So you get, I don't even fucking know what is done at Tesco meal deals nowadays, but it's probably not going to be anything that's better than your meal prep, right? And yeah, so I'll chef this up and I'll show you the finished product. Also, actually, tip, air fryer users, which I'm going to assume is most of you, buy these little things. One second. Buy these to put into the air fryer. It saves you having to wash it every time you use it. It's just these, literally non-stick, go in. That's what I've got the salmon on right now, and it will just save you so much time, because I'll show you now. Salmon's in there on the sheet of paper, take it off, put it on, bin the paper. Like, how fucking easy is that? Again, preparation, make things as easy as possible. The easier something is to do, the more likely you are to do it, right? You know, your body and mind is always going to try and find the path of least resistance. So remove the resistance. But anyway, I'm gonna chef this up. I'm gonna show you the finished product because I am Mr. Presentation. Chefed it up. Let's have a look. Let's flip it around. There we go. I actually threw some pickles on because I fucking fancied them. But yeah, sweet chili jam over the top with some beetroot, and then 60 grams rice, and then the other 60 grams is there, which I will have at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm gonna go fucking scran that because I'm fucking excited to have this. I love my rest day salmon, and some salt and pepper over the top as usual. Yes, so you join me in my room for the first time, not in the kitchen today, and we have meal number 4. Just been doing some more client stuff. Today's been fucking busy, and I might as well plug it. If you are interested in online physique coaching, don't have to have ambitions of stepping on stage. If you just want to build muscle, lose fat, develop your physique, get stronger, link is all in the bio. And yeah, well, I'll take you through the whole process on there through WhatsApp. You can inquire for completely free. There's no strings attached, just get it involved. But anyway, meal number 4, we have 80 grams cream of rice, custard cream, the goat, 40 grams whey, 100 grams berries, which is 50 grams blueberries, 50 grams raspberries, 20 grams dark chocolate, and a gram of pink Himalayan salt. Here it is. Wait 1 sec, I'll flip the camera around. Yeah, look at that bad boy. I know people like the food content, and as usual, we have a Rust video playing while we eat. I'm gonna get this meal down me. This is one of my favorite meals, and like I've said, the way I structure my meals is I have, on both training days and rest days, I have 5 meals a day, and they're normally about 3 hours apart. Sometimes, well, most of the time my pre-workout and post-workout meal is about 4 hours, just because travel to the gym and training. But I have 3 savoury meals, 2 sweet meals. On a training day, my sweet meals will be pre and post, so I'll have cream of rice pre and cereal and whey post.
And then on a non-training day, I have the yogurt and whey, and then I have the cream of rice. And I'm not fussed about what order I have it in on the rest day, but I just like to have 3 savoury, 2 sweet. You know, it's just what works for me. And I always like my last meal of the day to be savoury. If it can't be, then it can't be. That's fine. But that's just what I prefer. And I think for a lot of you watching this, find what works for you, and what works for you is more than likely going to be what you enjoy. So find what you enjoy, get it down, figure out the amounts, and fucking stick to it. You know, if you know, most of the time people fail because they make it so much harder and then it has to be, and they make it so they don't enjoy it. You know, if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to fucking do it, are you? So make sure you enjoy it, make sure it's actually possible. You know, don't make it impossible to follow, and yeah, get it done. But you'll see me, or join me, or I'll join you. I don't even fucking know how it works for meal number 5. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this and do the last little bit of client stuff, and then I'm gonna chill. And I will be watching One Piece in the evening. That is what I have been watching. I did talk on my last video about anime, but I've got back into One Piece. I'm on Skype here, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be watching. Bosh, and just like that, final meal of the day. It is, let me spin the camera around. It is, I've got the blue light blockers on. It is 150 grams of 5% beef mince, 50 gram avocado, 30 gram kimchi, some beetroot, some peppers, and some rice, with some sweet chili sauce and sriracha on top, and a gram of pink salt as always. And then I'll take some omega-3 with my PM sups. But yeah, that is it for the full day of eating. This is my last meal every single day. Like, I fucking love it. I look forward to it every single day. Yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed. Any questions, let me know. And if you want the cookbook, then let me know. But yeah, I'll do another one of these when my food eventually gets updated. Maybe even do a training day one. But see you in the next one.